I'm Rajesh Ganesan. I am Vice President of Products at ManageEngine. In 2021 GITEX, we are primarily highlighting a couple of new products from ManageEngine. So one is around data loss prevention for enterprises. With the world moving to a hybrid work model with more people working from remote, data loss, both intentional and accidental, is causing a lot of challenges for enterprises. So your manual processes, your legacy tools don't always help. You need intelligent tools that apply machine learning and artificial intelligence to look for patterns of data loss and give you the right protection for corporate data that is residing in all the endpoints. So we have an exclusive offering that we are launching at GITEX called DLP Manager Plus. And the second offering would be an anti-ransomware product because again, the last 2 years, because of the move to remote work, phishing and ransomware attacks have risen a lot. Like some studies even put them at a 500% increase over what was the case in 2019. So again, with ransomware, it is very hard to prevent or educate every single employee, especially when they are working out of the office. You also have to rely on good tools that actually have the capability to detect patterns, know ahead in time when a ransomware attack is going to happen, keep a copy of data, and also stop the attack from happening. So the data loss prevention and anti-ransomware are a couple of new capabilities we are launching to the ManageEngine product suite. For a long while now, we have been talking about this now cliched zero trust model. Until 2019, people had the reluctance to not really understand what was the potential with moving to such a model. But with the hybrid model that we are talking about now, where people could either work from office or work from wherever they are, so this model becomes really, really significant, right? And the reluctance to the adoption of the zero trust model is completely going away. We see more and more companies really looking at this as the right model going forward, where I keep talking about this till 2019. When I woke up on a working day, I never had a choice. I had to go to work. Today, when we wake up on a working day, we have to make a choice. Can I work from office or from my home or from wherever I am? But this choice, this privilege, cannot come at the compromise of security or privacy of information, which is where you not only look at processes and tools, you look at the cultural aspects, you look at your security model, how you actually can completely move to a fundamentally different model, which is zero trust, which actually means whether somebody is the CEO of the company or it could be someone who joined the company just today, they all work with the same privileges, and only when they do a particular action, a business action or a transaction that really need for them to have a higher privilege, you grant them only just in time for the right reasons and with stipulating the time. Once their job gets over, all their permissions, privileges get immediately revoked, right? So this is the model that would actually enable this hybrid model of work going forward without compromising security of information. Why are they required? The answer is very obvious. Again, we are talking about the hybrid model being here to stay. And one of the important aspects that would enable this hybrid work is smart devices, right? So people need to get their work done and they rely on technology to get their work done. And that means they need to get their hands on whatever devices that are available, right? Could be to close a sales deal immediately, could be trying out a new prototype. For a variety of different things, you need access to applications, you need access to corporate data, and this is through endpoints, this is through devices. And the scenario here is people are working more out of their office than being inside the office, and that means corporate devices are like outside most of the time. They are not inside the corporate network anymore, which means the owners, the people that are using the device don't have full control over who is using that. When I am sitting in my office, I have full control. Only I would be using. But once I take my laptop home, my children could be using, right? My family or friends could be using, and I have no control over what they use it for. And the reverse is also true. When I am like taking extended time off outside my office, I just use any device that is available to do my job, to do my corporate job, right? So this becomes very important. When I am accessing corporate data from an unauthorized device, I should again exercise full control over what I could do and what I could not. And this cannot be achieved just by user education or user training. As soon as they access any corporate data from an unauthorized device, the system should have the intelligence, what to allow and what not to allow. All of this is possible only when you install, deploy a very intelligent endpoint management system with both the management and security capability. And that's why those classes of tools, solutions are seeing great traction now. It's a very, very critical part of your infrastructure, your technology infrastructure, the endpoints, right? And even when attacks originate on the endpoint, you no longer want to have a centralized system to sort of counter the attack. You want intelligence in the endpoint to immediately start your defense against that attack, right? So you want them to respond immediately, which means you need intelligence and capabilities on the endpoints. You no longer make everything centralized, right? So which is why we believe the endpoint management system is going to see a lot of traction in times to come, especially in the remote work world.